Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome to my channel. Today we are memory planning for the week of February 10th through the 16th in my Caress Press inserts, and I'm using a Scribble Prints Co kit called Cherry on Top, and this was the Valentine's art that I drew for my shop this year, and I decided to use it from Scribble Prints Co. I love the way it came out. And I am also pulling in a Caress Press foil bundle in her, I think she calls it sparkly gold, but it's the same as Scribble Prints Co.'s Champagne Lights. And this is like a pretty pixie dust kit. This is the pixie dust set. And I just thought it would be really pretty and go especially with the fairy lights that are like throughout the scenes of this set. And yeah, I just really felt like a sparkly gold would work perfect for this Valentine's spread. And of course we are using it for Valentine's Day. But for the base, I just did my usual color blocking, and I brought in actually a lot of the foil. You know, I used the glitter header overlays, the bottom washies, the full box overlays, everything. So that turned out really well. I just wanted to make sure it was like super sparkly for the holiday. So what else to talk about this base? Well, it was Valentine's Day week. We didn't do too much on Valentine's. It was Friday. We got delivery steak for dinner, which is always super nice. I actually got through a fair bit. I finished a couple of books this week as well, which was nice. So I'm going to talk about those. And then also watching a ton of TV, catching up on things. But it has been a while. I am filming this in March. I'm trying to get caught up, and you'll get a lot of Plan With Me's in a couple of weeks coming up. But yeah, so let's finish off with the base. I don't think we need to go on with the base for too long in these videos. So let's get to me and our real life planning. Oh, my nails kind of go with this set, which is nice with the pink. But on my sidebar, I actually put in the physical book that I was reading this weekend, not the audiobook, because I didn't read too much of my audiobook this week. I'll finish it the next week, but this week I think I started it. No, I started the week before and I just wasn't feeling it. So yeah, I was mostly reading from my physical book, which was The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. And that was the book that I mostly read this week. So that's why I put it in the sidebar, so I can just use the read stickers. Because I like to know which books I'm reading, but I don't want to have to write out Book That Wouldn't Burn every single day. In my planning notes, this is how I film this for you guys. I just put book ... because I didn't want to write the whole thing. And then this week we had maintenance on our apartment building. At the start of the year, every year we get our smoke alarms checked. So, and they do it over 3 days, and it's basically anytime between 7 and 7, any of those 3 days they will come. So I didn't do a lot of work this week because I don't like, having to wait for the maintenance people at any time. And then one of the days of this week, Locke went to the office, and that was the day that the maintenance guy came. So that was fun. That's like the way it goes. And then I was just doing my gaming. I think, so yeah, I was working on my 2 games. So let's get into the day by day and actually go through it. So Monday, we will put in Coffee Monday, as is my ritual. I just like to do a Coffee Monday. And then I did have a video go up this day. This was my February journal. But I think this is when, okay, I have a couple of videos this week. I think this is when I decided, like, actually I'm going to hold off until March to properly get this done, to start getting into videos again, because I just wasn't in the headspace to film videos at the time. I think it's just been, I really wanted to play all my games. It's hard to fit so much in now. I have like all the hobbies and all the work all of a sudden. So for Coffee Monday, I'm going to bring in this paper and milk little Valentine's coffee, and I'll write in my journal. And I was having a lot of anxiety on Monday, but like physical anxiety. It was just like my heart was pounding a lot, and it was kind of annoying. So I wanted to put that in. I thought another Valentine's Day sticker would be cute for that. It wasn't anything like, you know, too over the top. It's just I was feeling a lot of just anxiety on the inside. And yeah, not very pleasant. So then I did get some laundry on. And so this is where I'm going to start putting in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but without writing in it and without doing a character sticker, because in my US mailbox I now have my I told you guys I was like looking for some Hello Kitty Sanrio stickers to use to mark Island Adventure, and I found I was recommended Simply Watercolor Co, and she has a ton of little icons with all the characters that are, pretty much all the characters that are in the game. But I guess those are the main Sanrio characters. But basically I ordered some and they're now in my box, so they're going to be in my next haul at the end of March, I guess. So I'm going to keep this blank for those stickers because I think they will match better overall and a better size overall than the ones that I have at the moment. I have some old ones, More With Love ones, which you would have seen in Retro Bites, but because they're her older style, they're a lot bigger, and I don't know, I kind of just want to save the space for the new stickers because I bought a bunch of them. So you're going to see the next couple of weeks, it's going to be blank in spaces. And when I was pulling out my stickers, I just put like a script sticker I wasn't going to use to mark that spot, because as you can see I like to make sure I know what sticker I'm putting down and where. So I'm going to give myself that room, and I will know when those stickers come in and after I hold them that I need to go back and fill all these spaces. I think I'm just going to handwrite probably Island Adventure in, and I probably won't bother with a script sticker. I'm considering like phasing them out and just doing my handwriting, so I'm just using the stickers that I have for now. But I think we started the previous week, we were rewatching Severance Season 1, so we could get right back into Severance Season 2. I think there was like 3 or 4 episodes already by the time we were doing our rewatch. But it's been 3 years since Season 1 came out and we watched it, so we definitely needed a rewatch. Yeah, love Severance, loving the new Season 2, it's so good. Yeah, so then I was also, again, I'm using some Papershire Valentine's romance, or the romance books, but I thought they'd be good for Valentine's spreads because I don't read romance. But yeah, so I'm using those to mark reading the book that would burn. So now we'll go on to Tuesday, and we will do, has anyone else watched the show Miranda? One of my favorite shows of all time. I love how she always has to be like, Tuesday, that one episode. But anyway, I digress. I just really liked Miranda. But anyway, what am I putting here? Okay, so on Tuesday we had Payday. I think I'm going to put this on a washi strip here, just to change it up a little bit. Cat hair and everywhere. Anyway, Payday, we're going to go to put down here. And then I did some cleaning, probably luck as well. We both do pretty much equal cleaning, just on our own. Like, we don't really tell each other to clean, we just clean stuff, which is nice. So we had Payday, cleaning time, and we got Phaser Cafe for lunch. I just used this shopping bag because it looks a lot like the bags that food gets delivered in Finland, which then I used perfectly for recycling cardboard. But anyway, we got Phaser Cafe, we had little quiches delivered, and then I was playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and I had to use this Caress Press icon with a little controller. It was so cute. But I think for these ones, if I won't have a Hello Kitty sticker, like I'll put Island Adventure here. But for this one, I'm going to write Hello Kitty. Yeah, so it's easy to differentiate the game. Well, not differentiate, but mark out the game I was playing. Yes, Hello Kitty is a super fun, chill game. It's also kind of a daily logging game as well. So that's why, if I don't mark Nikki, I was also playing Nikki. I haven't missed a day of playing Nikki yet, since December, since I started playing it. I'm kind of obsessed. I have missed a couple days of Hello Kitty because I don't think it's as important for me, but if you don't see Nikki here, it happened. I just didn't think I needed to include it because at this point we're coming to the end of one of the fireworks season patch, so I'd kind of completed most things in the game at this point. So I was just sort of logging in and doing my little bits and pieces, which is why I haven't marked too much. And yeah, but then I'll be marking a little bit more because then the new patch came out a little like soon after this. So yeah, we were also again watching some more Severance. We're just watching like 1 or 2 episodes a day just to do our rewatch. Played some Infinity Nikki this time, using again some more Valentine's doodles, and then reading my book. Alright, now we'll get on to Wednesday. Wednesday I had a plan with me go up. My stickers are all jumbled up over here. We had a plan with me, and then I finally did some work. I think Wednesday was the day that it was starting that possibly the maintenance person would come. So, but I did get some work done around that, which was good. What was I working on? I can't remember. Probably a custom. I think I was working on a custom at that point, because I had a new release on Thursday and I think I was done with it. So yeah, I think I was working on a custom this week for Scribble Prints Co. I'm just going to use these cute Valentine's Day kisses. And then again we have a Hello Kitty Island Adventure post there. Alright, so we're going to leave that. I gave myself a sticker so I remember. Then again we're watching kind of the same as the day before, watching Severance, and I was reading the book that wouldn't burn and played Infinity Nikki. So very chill day. So let me put these stickers in. Not having to write too much at the moment, which is nice. I'm going to use these Valentine's doodles of the, these are all from like a doodle sheet, mixed sheet from Scribble Prints Co. And they have like the heart earrings and makeup and stuff. So I thought that was really cute. But that is the first half of the week. I think it's looking real cute, very simple, but that's kind of what's just been occupying my days at the moment. It's about to change though in March because I have started a list of spring cleaning, and yeah, that's gonna go up. We got a lot of spring cleaning to do. So Thursday I had a new release of art, and this was the Dreamy Blossom set that came out. And so what am I doing here? So this is the day that Luck went to the office, and it was the day that the maintenance came to do the smoke alarms. You could tell, but because you could hear the other apartments around us, there's smoke alarms going off. Anyway, it wasn't too bad. It's just always like, why am I home alone when this happens? But he actually was like, he was actually like, oh, were you here last time that they checked the smoke alarms? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, they're put in wrong. They're put in weirdly. So he actually replaced both of the smoke alarms. But I'm like, that's so random. But and he was hilariously grumpy. Like, not in a bad mood grumpy. He was just doing a lot of while having to like put both new smoke alarms in. So yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I just used this, the vacuum robot from the Scribble Prints Co doodle pages because it also looks like a smoke alarm, don't you think? Anyway, so yeah, those were done at least. So it's good that everything's up to code for another year, even if apparently the last ones were put in wrong. But in our building, we have a smoke alarm in the hallway right next to the kitchen and a smoke alarm in our bedroom. So, and they're very loud and very annoying. But it's good to have them for safety reasons. But before, while I was waiting for the maintenance, I was just working on my reading journal at the time. And again, using some Valentine's Day doodles, like a sort of love note sheet to mark that. Then, what else do we have on Thursday? Okay, we have Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but I have it on a little thing, so we don't have to like leave it out entirely. And then I read a bit of my audiobook, which was Faybound, which if you watched my, I can't remember, one of my reading journal things, I kind of talked about Faybound and how, yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I didn't love it. I feel bad because I think the author seems really, really nice, but it just wasn't for me, that book. In February, I was like, I'll try some romantasy. See how it was. So Faybound was my first, and it was a 2-star. It wasn't great. We could also read my review of it on Goodreads, I guess, where I kind of like go in on the little bits. And then we ordered dinner from Noodle Story, which has become like a weekly thing now because the portions for one bowl of noodles is insane. So it's like 14 euros for the bowl of noodles, and I can get 3 meals for it out of me, for myself. I can get like 2 lunches and a dinner out of those noodles. So I think, so we're like, yeah, we'll include this in our round of like what our dinners and lunches are because we get so many noodles out of them. That was Noodle Story, and then again, I was reading A Book That Wouldn't Burn. It takes me a lot longer to read a physical book over my Kindle because in my Kindle I end up reading like an extra hour or so with the lights off in bed, so my partner can also sleep. Though they can sleep through lights on, but whatever, you know how it is. You don't want to be so rude. But it just takes me a lot longer to read a physical book. Just because I end up like tossing and turning trying to read it. I'm very like, I don't love reading physical books as much as I like reading my my ebook. But yeah, it just took me a little longer. I think it was over 500 pages. I can't remember the page number anymore. So what am I putting? Okay, Friday, I just put that I binge watched some YouTube. Like in the morning, and then also while I was working, I was just watching some streams instead of, listening to my audiobook as I should have been. But Faybound was really annoying at the beginning. Like, I got through the book, but it's because the main character's name just shot me out of the book every single time. But I've ranted about that, so we'll move on. But I did some work on that custom, and I also then played some Hello Kitty. And then I think this is actually, we were caught up to Severance. So this is when we finally watched the new episodes of season 2. And then we also watched the new episode of The Pit. If you're looking for a really good, this is Valentine's Day. Anyway, just chill. If you're looking for a really good medical show that's new at the moment, The Pit on Max, 100%. You need to watch it. It's so good. So good. It was like created by one of the creators of ER, as well as Noah Kyle, who played John Carter on ER. And originally it was supposed to be like a reboot of ER, but they didn't get the permission from Michael Crichton's estate, which is fine. So they changed the characters from being like Carter to Dr. Robbie, and I think it still really works, and it's really good. So I'm pretty sure it just got renewed for season 2 as well. So definitely check that out if you're looking for a medical show. And then if you're just looking for a weird and crazy, fun, like prestige show, Severance. Like obviously, it's so good. We waited 3 years for season 2, so it's kind of worrisome. Like, is it going to be bad after 3 years? But no, the new season is so good. I'm loving it. And then, because it was Valentine's, so we were watching our shows, hanging out, and we got delivery steak for dinner, which is our like treat for birthdays and holidays. Except for Christmas where we cook our own steak, but we got that. And then again, I was reading the book that wouldn't burn. So we finally came to the weekend. Don't we love the weekend? It's so good. So first of all, I washed some clothes on the weekend. And then I wanted to put in here that I played some Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but I wanted to make it bigger. So again, we are leaving the stickers out on this one, and I'm coming back to it later. So we got some washed clothes here. And then we also were like, it looks like I really want a sweet treat. So we got Arnold's delivery donuts, which are so delicious. They literally look like this, and they're so good. Like, if you come to Finland, you have to get Arnold's donuts. It's just the best. I think the biggest difference is they ice the donuts with like actual proper chocolate. It's just delicious. And Finland has amazing chocolate. I'll just say that. Always selling Finland here. So of course, if you remember from, well, I guess the last plan with me will be from Monday, and this is Wednesday that I'm putting this up. But it's been a while since I filmed that plan with me, I'm just saying. But last time I mentioned that we were trying out we were trying to see if we liked any other medical shows, because that's what we kind of wanted to watch. We were in the mood for, because, you know, The Pit was really enjoyable, and we found that we were very much spoiled by The Pit. The last week we tried Chicago Med. Well, basically, like, we'll give it 2 episodes, and we'll see. So this day we tried The Resident, and that was a no-go. I really didn't like. I would say if you're really cynical about the healthcare industry in America, you might enjoy it, but I did not. Everything was horrible and very unprofessional and awful. And I don't know. I felt like it was kind of smarmy in its cynicism. But anyway, again, subjective. We can all enjoy different things. But yeah, didn't love The Resident. Gave it 2 episodes, went down. Then we finally tried New Amsterdam. And I do love, I think it's pronounced Frema or Framer, who is in it. She plays Helen Sharp, but because I love her from like Sense8, and of course she was, you know, Martha in Doctor Who. I'm not a Doctor Who person, but I know her from that. But so she was in New Amsterdam, but we were looking up reviews originally, and it doesn't have great reviews. But we tried New Amsterdam, and we liked this a lot more. First of all, it was filmed much nicer. Both The Resident and Chicago Med, everything was super zoomed in, everything was super crowded and saturated and moving, shaking cameras. And it just felt awful to watch. New Amsterdam was a lot more chill. It kind of has a bluish, I guess it's kind of bluish in look, but everything is a bit more zoomed out, filmed more normally. And I will say, if you're looking for a very hopeful, very lefty, progressive views show, which can verge into a bit preachy at times, even for me. I'm a huge lefty, and even some parts of it I was like, okay, I get it. A bit cringe. But if you're looking for that kind of medical show, definitely recommend New Amsterdam. It's 5 seasons. It's not too dramatic. It got a bit more dramatic as it went on, obviously. But it was actually pretty, like, down to earth mostly. But yeah, I enjoyed New Amsterdam. I thought it was good. So we started on Saturday, and we just finished it, I guess, like the other day, so like March the 8th or something, or the 7th. So, you know, not too bad. But yeah, did enjoy that in the end. That was a medical show I could survive with. Just the way it was filmed better, and also I kind of preferred like the lefty hopeful. there's still a lot of like horrible villains in it and lots of drama for, you know, a medical show, but I think it had a better approach to it for me. And then I finished The Book That Wouldn't Burn, finally. Really, really good. I think I gave it 4 stars. A very unique fantasy, all about libraries and books, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I have already picked up there's a collection of the novellas that happen. There's a few novellas that happen between book 1 and book 2 of the trilogy. And I've also picked up book 2, and book 3 is coming out this month, next month. It's coming out this year, like the beginning. So I don't have to rush too badly, but I probably will read this whole trilogy this year, I think. But I gotta read the short books first. But yeah, I was able to pick up the second book on ebook, on Kindle, so yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then I started mine. And then I put the book down and I picked my Kindle up and I started reading my next book. This is a novella. It's Rogue Protocol, which is the 3rd book in Murderbot series. So there's 7 Murderbot books, and I think from 5 onwards they become less novellas and longer books. Yeah, because I read the first 2 because Locke already owned them, and then I just felt like it was too expensive to get the rest of them digitally. But I got some money for Christmas, so I went and picked up the rest of Murderbot. And I read the 3rd book, Rogue Protocol, Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to put all of that in. Well, the annoying thing is, like, I'm annoyed that The Resident, like, I was annoyed that Chicago Med wasn't that good because I like Oliver Platt. And I was annoyed that The Resident wasn't good because I like both, like, the main characters played by the guy who plays Logan in Gilmore Girls. And I don't want to argue here, but I'm Team Logan before the new season, where they just obliterated his character. But anyway, I'm a Logan girly, okay? So he was in it, and then also one of the main characters was he plays Papa Usher in the Fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, who I thought was so good at that, but he was they're both horrible people in The Resident. I'm like, nope, I'm noping out. Anyway. Yeah, we enjoyed New Amsterdam though. So if you're looking for something a bit more on that scale, just, you know, yeah, a bit nicer, a bit softer, a bit lefty, then you might enjoy New Amsterdam. It was just good to have on in the background, to be honest, just to chill with. Like, you know, I was happy to watch in the background. And I didn't miss really anything. But I did feel by season 5 they had lost some of their consistency. And it's just the way it is sometimes, especially after COVID. And of course, there's some stuff with COVID in there, as well as The Pit also does. But The Pit is obviously more retrospective. Whereas New Amsterdam started in like 2018 and went through like 2021, 22, something. So, yeah. So Sunday, we're putting in Hello Kitty Island Adventure here, so we're leaving them blank. And then I was working on my journal. And then also we were watching New Amsterdam. Alright. And the fun thing I will say about New Amsterdam is that it's set in New York, and they actually filmed it in New York hospitals and on New York streets. So like it doesn't seem like it's ever I don't think it's ever really in a set most of the time. So it just looks really nice as well. It was nice that they actually filmed it that way. New Amsterdam is like supposed to be, oh, what is that? I think the hospital in New York is called Bellevue. It's supposed to be like the oldest hospital in America. So New Amsterdam is like the fictional version of it, but they actually filmed it in that hospital too. So I thought it was cool that it wasn't like a fake set, you know? It felt more interesting that way. Alrighty. So then again, I was playing Infinity Nikki, just using some more Valentine's Day stickers here. And then I read some more Faybound while I was playing Infinity Nikki. As sort of a distraction of what Faybound was doing. And then I finished Rogue Protocol this night. But I didn't put it in because it felt kind of like, I'm going to put it in the next book that I began on this night. And it kind of just makes sense. I finished Rogue Protocol then. It is a novella, so they don't take very long. They're like 2 to 3 hours if you're interested in Murderbot. So then I started a different sci-fi, and this was the second book in the Becky Chambers Wayfarers series. So this one's called A Closed and Common Orbit. And I recently, in January, I think I read the first book. So I was like, you know what, I'm right on this. My partner Luck already bought all the books, so now I'm just going to go through them, the 4 of them. So the second one, really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 5 stars. I think I gave it higher than the first book. But this book is about you meet these 2 characters in the first book, but they're like not the main characters, and then this book is about those 2 characters. And I just thought, because it was just the 2 characters and they kind of had interlinking themes, I thought thematically and story-wise it was very strong. So I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed like spreading out from just the main group that were in the first book. So I'm interested to see what the third book is about. I haven't actually looked. But yeah, I think I ended up giving A Closed and Common Orbit 5 stars. But I started it this night. Yeah, really good. If you're looking for sci-fi that's written by women, highly recommend Becky Chambers, highly recommend Martha Wells. There's definitely some more I want to read. I bought the new book by Nnedi Okorafor, although she doesn't want to just be, she's not just sci-fi, you know, she has a lot of other stuff in her work. But those are 2 that I find like super accessible. And are newer books, so highly recommend those. But we are finished with this week, except for the Hello Kitty stuff. So I apologize for that, but hey, I'm the one who's gonna have to go back in and fill this out, but that's all right. But then the spread turned out really pretty. I think I will put in some sparkles because we got them here. Maybe just the biggest sparkles. I think it's already got a lot of sparkles throughout, but where I have sort of these empty gaps, I'll put some more. These little deco sparkles that came with the bundle. But yeah, I think the spread turned out really pretty. Yeah, just another Valentine's week in the bag. Actually, my very first plan with me on this channel was Valentine's Day week. And that was, apparently 9 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. So that's scary. And I filmed that on my dining table back in Australia. So how far we've come. And that was a kit that I made myself and hand cut with my hands. So we've definitely come a long way in this hobby. But yeah, that is the finished spread. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and seeing how my week went. I know it's super simple, but I've been enjoying it at the moment, just getting in a lot of gaming, watching some good TV, getting some work done. Not so much this week, but next week we're getting better. But don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Leave down below like some red hearts, some Valentine's Day art, Valentine's Day emojis in your comment. If you want to leave one, I would greatly appreciate it. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what your Valentine's Day was like. Were you doing Galentine's Day? Were you doing single and loving it? Or were you doing stuff with your partner? Let me know. I'd love to find out. But otherwise, don't forget to tune in on Friday because I will have another plan with me up, and we'll have a bunch more next week as well, and then finally some journaling. So yeah, got some videos coming out. I hope you enjoy, but otherwise I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. I love you. Bye bye.